Colorado High School Activities Association Baseball is on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network from Byers High School. It's Monday Night Baseball as the visiting Brush Bee Diggers take on the Strasburg Indians. I'm John Beltran. A critical game for both teams, as Strasburg is 5-7 in the Patriot League, 11-9 overall, and the Bee Diggers are 5-6 in league play and 9-12 on the season. Right now in the seeding index, Brush is sitting at number 26. Strasburg just a few slots higher. As we get to the Bee Diggers starting lineup, brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Borrow locally from people you know. Equitable has been providing personal bankers to help you through all the steps. Equitable Savings and Loan is batting first. Is Ty Griffith, the second hitter. For Brush is Tanner Ludgate. Josh Lancaster hits third. He's the pitcher. Nate Tyne is the cleanup hitter. Batting fifth is Percioto. Hunter Proctor at sixth. The first baseman, Edgar Ortiz, bats seventh. Wiley Eicher hits eighth, and Edgar Navarro hits ninth against right-hander Espen Bradley, the pitch. And the breaking ball is up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Opening pitch brought to you by Buildings by Design. The Bee Diggers in their gold jerseys with the red trim and the white pants. All white for Strasburg. Fastball is swung on and drilled high and deep into right field. Hall towards the track, and it's off the middle of the fence. Griffith around first, headed for second. He's going to round second, and he is going for the leadoff triple. Slides, and he's going to be in there just ahead of the tag. Applied by Eric Alamillo. A leadoff triple for Ty Griffith. Been the leading hitter all season. He gave that ball a ride and nearly hit it out of here. An all turf field at Byers High School. They could not play this game in Strasburg. Of course, Strasburg has the all clay infield. And this is a standard field, obviously, even though it's turf. And here comes Tanner Ludgate. Good start for the Bee Diggers. Griffith already hitting .596 going into that plate appearance. Ludgate, a .317 hitter. The Bee Diggers as a team are batting .308. Out of the stretch with a man at first. A man at third. The pitch swung on and fouled back. No balls and 1 strike to Tanner Ludgate. The Bee Diggers have back-to-back road games, as they'll also be playing tomorrow at 3:30 in Kersey against Platte Valley. And the offering, and that's up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. What with a breaking ball there to Tanner Ludgate. Short lead at third. The offering, swing and a miss. That was well above the letters. Ben Metlin is the courtesy runner at third, by the way. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Tanner Ludgate. On deck, it's Joshua Lancaster, the stretch. And Bradley to the plate. Up and in there. 2-2. Charlie Spriggs is at first. David Young at second. Eric Alamillo at third. Jared Flamini's the shortstop. Christian Bauer in left. Thomas Devlin's the center fielder. Colton Hall in right. DJ Cannon behind the plate. The offering. Breaking ball's a called strike 3, belt high. Ludgate strikes out. There's 1 down. And here is Lancaster hitting .442. Lancaster has driven in 9 runs on the year, batting for the left side. Still out of the stretch. Short lead for Metlin at third. The pitch. That's up and away. Took something off at 1 ball and no strikes. From the right-hander, Espen Bradley. Laying down the sign is Hall. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Check out Cannon, the catcher. Hall's in right field. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bradley 0-1 with a 6.36 ERA. Bee Diggers don't want to be the team that he gets his first victory against. Lancaster awaits the pitch. Bender's down and in. Ball 2, strike 1. Just underway, a 6 o'clock start and a quick turnaround with that 3:30 game tomorrow. And the Bee Diggers will find out on Wednesday where they will be playing coming up on Saturday. The pitch. That's a fastball down and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. to Joshua Lancaster. Both teams looking to get back into the win column. And the pitch swung on and hit in the air into right center field for a base hit. A little flare just beyond David Young, scoring as Metlin. Oh, that barely got over the head of the second baseman, but it's good enough for Lancaster. It's his 10th RBI of the season, and the B-Diggers lead 1-0. And Caleb Jimenez will be the courtesy runner at first. Yeah, on the road, got to get off to a good start. Even though this is a neutral site game, it's basically a road game for Brush. That'll send up the left-handed hitting Nate Tyne. Tyne's got a couple of home runs this year, batting .318. Cannon lays down the sign. The pitch, fastball is inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, well, the B-Diggers actually defeated Yuma in their most recent game, but that didn't feel like much of a game. They were in control, and they won in 4 innings, 15-0. Strasburg, throw back to first, is actually coming off 4 consecutive victories. Tinmouth 17-5, Bennett 10-4, Highland 3-0, and Lions 9-2. Of those teams, this could be the toughest they play because the B-Diggers defeated Highland 6-0 a few weeks ago. And the 1-0. And fisted foul. Right in on the hands. And the count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike. The B-Diggers with a 1-0 lead, a triple by Ty Griffith and an RBI single from Lancaster. Yeah, the dimensions are not listed, but this is quite a field. Quite the field. That all turf field. I mean, bad weather, you can recover quickly. That's why the game, again, is being played here. So Tyne will step back in. 1 ball to 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on, 1 in. Bradley, chest level with a glove. And the offering, runner going. Nope, that's a ball. Throw to second on a hop. It's a strike on the breaking ball. The ball gets loose in the outfield. Jimenez takes off for second. He's out by a mile. Not a good decision there. It did not get far enough for the outfield, and Jimenez broke for second. He's out. That's going to go 2-6 to 4-6 as it went off the shortstop's glove and picked up by the second baseman, Young, who threw to Flamini covering. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes out of the windup. The pitch, breaking ball is high. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Nate Tyne. He's the third baseman for the B-Diggers. And the offering, down and in with a curveball. Good take there. It's 3-2. Percy Odell will hit next. The pitch swung on and popped up foul territory, right side. Spriggs, the first baseman, gives way to the catcher. DJ Cannon near the on-deck circle. He makes the catch. And the B-Diggers are retired in the top of the first inning. However, they pick up a run on 2 hits. No errors and the bases left empty. Brush 1. Strasburg is coming to bat on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Let's head to the bottom of the first inning. Thomas Devlin will lead off for Strasburg, followed by David Young and Jared Flamini. They'll be followed by Espen Bradley, Charlie Spriggs, Eric Alamillo. DJ Cannon bats 7th, Christian Byers, the 8th hitter, and Colton Hall will be hitting 9th. The B-Diggers have Edgar Ortiz at first, Percy Odell's at second, Nate Tynes at third, Tanner Ludgate's the shortstop, Wiley Eicher, Hunter Proctor, Edgar Navarro left to right. The pitch swung on and fouled off down the right side. It's 0-1. Ty Griffith behind the plate, and Joshua Lancaster, him and Wiley Eicher, have essentially been the 2 aces of this team. And he will be on the mound, and is on the mound. Here's the wind and the pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner with a fastball. No balls and 2 strikes. to Thomas Devlin. Lancaster's ERA at 2.69. Like to lower that in this start with a 1-0 brush lead on the RBI single by Lancaster. The pitch swung on and grounded up the middle towards center field. It's a base hit. That was a mistake by Lancaster. An 0-2 pitch, very hittable. Yeah, that cannot be that hittable. And Josh knew it there. And he's even motioning to himself. He motioned to himself, but that happens. You know, locating and trying to locate pitches that are unhittable is not that easy either. That'll bring up David Young hitting for the left side. Let's see how he operates from the stretch. The pitch swung on and popped foul and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. And man, this kid is killing it. 560 average. He has been stroking the ball all year. Laying down the sign is Griffith. About a 3-step lead at first for Devlin. Lancaster chest level with a glove in the pitch. Outside. A ball and 1 strike. Brought a little bit of heat there. Yeah, Wednesday is when the brackets will come out, and it should be a Saturday is when those district games will be played. That's been the format for years. Throw back to first, back in diving is Devlin. So Young will dig back in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, bottom 1. The Bee Diggers with a 1-0 lead against Strasburg in Byers. The pitch swung on, drilled deep into left center field, waking over to the gap and making the catch is Wiley Eicher as he moved over to that left center field gap. Yeah, he had a little trouble with that, but was able to flag it down. 1 down. That'll bring up Jared Flamini. A .424 hitter. Strasburg has not played some of the competition Brush has. I mean, they played Lions as an example, but the Bee Diggers did play Yuma, which has had a really off year. They're hitting .372 as a team. Righty against righty. The offering swung on and grounded on the left side on 1 hop to Ludgate. The second, that throw is off the glove of Odell, and that's going to be an error either way on one of the two. Should have been an easy force. And that's why the Bee Diggers are going to have trouble advancing in the playoffs. Basic plays like that have got to be made. And Ludgate does not have that natural throw. He picks up the arm, and, you know, a shortstop, you like to flip it over there, but it kind of picked up that arm, and it went off of Odell's glove. That could be scored either way. A little bit behind Odell, off Odell's glove, but it's first and second, 1 out. The offering. Fastball is upstairs. A ball and no strikes to Espen Bradley. So the Bee Diggers commit the game's first error. Odell's right on top of the second base bag. There's a huge hole on the right side. I'm sure he'll go back to his natural position as he does. And that fastball is below the knees, 2-0. Yeah, when you watch this team, you know they have all this talent, but basic plays. That's a 1-hopper. 2 balls and no strikes. And a pitch. Fastball is up and away, 3-0. The Bee Diggers have a 1-0 lead, but that's in jeopardy right now with Charlie Spriggs waiting to hit next. Lancaster sets. The pitch, that's up and away. It's a walk on 4 pitches to Bradley. And here is Charlie Spriggs with the bases loaded and 1 out. Spriggs is hitting .312. He's driven in 14 on the season. A right-handed hitter for Strasburg. A single, an error, and a walk have loaded the bases with 1 out. 3 consecutive. Well, 3 of the first 4 have reached. Wine in the pitch. Up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Got to find the strike zone. That's 6. Make it 5 consecutive outside the zone for Joshua Lancaster. Setting up middle of the rubber and fires, and he bounces that in. They're going to have to pay a visit. 2-0. Yeah, somebody's got to throw off that rhythm a little bit. 2 balls and no strikes for the right-hander Lancaster. You got to come in with one right now. The offering, foul back, good pitch. Challenged him down the middle. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. The winner of this game will pick up, well, Strasburg's got 11 wins. They'll pick up their 12th. The Bee Diggers going for their 10th victory, trying to get into double digits. Lancaster with a 2-1. Swing and a miss. That would have been ball 3. Well, he got helped out there. That pitch was above the letters. 2-2. To Charlie Spriggs. Spriggs thought he was going to be able to hit that ball, and he couldn't. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, the bases loaded. And the offering. Swing and a miss. Throw back to third. And the slide and back in there is Devlin. 2 down. That's a big strikeout. Down in the count 2-0. And Lancaster strikes out Spriggs. Here is Eric Alamillo, the freshman third baseman, in a huge spot in the bottom of the first inning. Hitting .383. Man, the Bee Diggers can get out of this. This would be huge. The offering. Swung on and popped up into left center field. It should end the inning. Eicher to his left makes the grab. And they have dodged a monumental bullet in the bottom of the first inning. No runs on 1 hit. There was a Bee Digger error, and the bases were left loaded. We head to the second inning in Byers. In this huge Patriot League matchup, it's Monday Night Baseball with the Bee Diggers leading the Strasburg Indians 1-0 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Bee Diggers lead 1-0 headed to the second inning. What a job by Lancaster getting out of a bases-loaded 1-out situation with a strikeout and a pop-out. The Bee Diggers in the second will be sending up the 5, 6, and 7 hitters Percy Odell, Hunter Proctor, and Edgar Ortiz against right-hander Espen Bradley. Here's Odell stepping in. And the starting second baseman all season, hitting .369. He's well above the team average of .308. Bee Diggers had 2 hits in the first inning. The pitch, fastball is inside. A ball and no strikes to Percy Odell. And the offering. That's a fastball for a strike on the inside corner. Belt high, and the count levels at 1-1. Bee Digger crowd starting to settle in. The offering. Swung on and fisted in the air to shallow right center field. Coming on, still coming, and making the running catch is Thomas Devlin in the right center field gap for the out. That nearly dropped, but Devlin was closing speed, was able to make the catch. That'll bring up Hunter Proctor. Hitting .261. I don't know if the ball's carrying at all because there's really not much of a wind to speak of, which is rare. We've had wind all season. The breaking ball is outside. A ball and no strikes to the number 6 hitter in the Bee Digger lineup. With an open stance, Hunter Proctor, a junior. And the offering. Swing and a miss. Was late on that fastball. The count levels at 1-1. Cannon lays down the sign. And the offering. That's upstairs. Another heater. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, the lights will only go on if we play close to 2 hours here. The pitch. Up and away. 58 degrees at first pitch. Gorgeous day. We do have some cloud cover, but no threat of rain. 3-1 to Proctor. One down and the base is empty. The offering. Fastball right there for a strike on the inner half. 3-2. Out of the wind and the pitch. Very high. Proctor did not go. He thought about it, but no way. No way he went. I think a Strasburg parent wanted that. There's no way that he went there. I don't know why he was even thinking about swinging. Good job of Proctor holding back. It's a walk. And Edgar Ortiz is now the batter. Big, strong freshman hitting .238. Scoring to bunt. Boy, he's showing bunt very early. Now he's back in a standard position. Now squaring to bunt. And he takes it for a strike. Runner going to second. And easy steals. The ball skips into center. But it's backed up by the shortstop Flamini. It's a stolen base for the speedy Proctor. No balls and one strike to Ortiz. We're the top of the second inning. Brush leads Strasburg 1-0. Ty Griffith led off the game. The first pitch he tripled. And then Ben Metler, the courtesy runner, scored on Joshua Lancaster's single. The pitch fouled to the backstop. No balls and 2 strikes. Wiley Eicher is in the on-deck circle. Looking back is Bradley. Nice lead there by Proctor. The pitch. Breaking ball's up and in. I don't think he was thinking about taking third, but that would have been the ideal pitch considering it was a slow breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ortiz awaits. The pitch. Fouled on a pitch that was up in the zone. That ball tied him up. Remains at 1-2. B-Diggers are done with their home schedule. Just ended last week with that 50-0 4-inning victory against Yuma. Looking for a quality victory here. The pitch swung on and lifted into shallow left center field. The outfielders converge. The catch is made. Throw back to second, and then the ball gets loose. And Proctor now is going to be caught between second and third. Throw towards third. And now he's running him back to second. Proctor's going to be tagged out. That was terrible. That was dreadful base running. I don't know. Hunter got back, and the ball only got a few feet behind the infielder, David Young. That's the second base running mistake the B-Diggers have had in this game, the second in as many innings. And it cost them a runner in scoring position. As we head to the bottom of the second inning, the B-Diggers have a 1-0 lead in Byers against Strasburg on 1010 KSIR. We're on the TuneIn app as well and on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back at Byers High School. The B-Diggers with a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second, 7, 8, and 9 for Strasburg. Brush has just got to focus in on this game. They've got the lead, but 2 big base running mistakes, an infield error. They got a bases loaded, 1-out situation. That's actually a good sign when you're leading because it can only go up from here. There's the wind and the pitch. Fouled right off the catcher's shin guard. Ty Griffith, no balls and 1 strike to DJ Cannon. Cannon, the catcher, hitting .342. Now the sun is out in full force. Lancaster gets a sign. And the offering. Swung on, popped up, foul territory, and out of play off to the left. No balls and 2 strikes. It's actually a bigger game for Brush than for Strasburg, because Strasburg is pretty much in the playoffs. I think the B-Diggers would be in, but if they lose 2 games, they're going to be on the cusp. They're going to drop a few spots. They're 26 in the seeding index. The offering. Foul tipped into the glove. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 for Lancaster. 1 down as DJ Cannon goes down. Here is Christian Bauer. Send a shout out to my friend Mindy Albert Listening on the TuneIn app, and salute to all the Bee Digger fans out listening to this game. And, of course, here at Byers High School, the offering, and that is a fastball low. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, this has always been the place to be, covering all the sports. But brush baseball, that was my number one in '99, and it still is. The pitch, swung on and chopped left side, charging his Ludgate. Fields fires to first for the out. Out number 2 is Christian Bauer. Here's the number 9 hitter, Colton Hall. A 192 hitter at junior. That's Bee Digger baseball. And Lancaster's very good about pitching to contact, making sure that his fielders get some work. He's already struck out 2. And 2 down with the bases empty. The offering, swing and a miss. Had some tail action on that one. No balls and 1 strike to the right-handed hitting Colton Hall. This happened in a Fort Morgan-Thompson Valley game I did on Saturday. The pitcher for Thompson Valley got out of a bases-loaded 1-out jam and then retired 16 in a row to close the game, swinging a foul. It was a 3-hitter in the second game of a doubleheader won by Thompson Valley, 1-0. That's the only inning, the first inning, Fort Morgan threatened. The Bee Diggers would love the same recipe in this game. No balls and 2 strikes to Hall. Lancaster fires. And a check swing foul up the first base side. Oh, man. Got some good aluminum on that one. But it was foul. Do not want to make the pitch too hittable. On 0-2. Let's see what Lancaster throws. Called strike 3. A fastball on the outside corner. 2 strikeouts in the inning. And 3 in the game. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Bee Digger right-hander. 2 complete. It's Brush 1, Strasburg nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Wiley Eicher will lead off the third for the Bee Diggers in Byers, leading Strasburg 1-0. The run was scored 2 innings ago. RBI single from Joshua Lancaster, scoring Ben Metlin, who ran for Ty Griffith, who nearly hit the first pitch of the game over the fence. It was a triple. Eicher, Navarro, and Griffith for the Bee Diggers in the visiting half of the third. Eicher hitting .225. Espen Bradley to the plate. That's taken outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Went with a heater. Eicher, a junior. To the plate, swung on and grounded up the middle. Second baseman Young to his right, Fields throws on the run. What, did he keep his foot on the bag? He did for the out. Spriggs kept his foot on the bag. The throw was up the outside of the first base bag, but he stayed on the bag. There's 1 down. Here's Edgar Navarro. Well, Navarro's in a starting lineup looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 15. The pitch. That's a fastball for a strike on the outside corner just above the knees. No balls and 1 strike. Digging in. Squaring to bunt. And he fouls it to the backstop. Oh, man, that was a good pitch to bunt, too. Really good pitch to bunt. And he just got underneath it. No balls and 2 strikes. Hit away now. It will be such a luxury to get on with Ty Griffith on deck. The worst scenario possible for brush baseball this season is Griffith getting up there with 2 outs and a bases empty. And that's what's going to happen. Swing and a miss and a fastball up and in, 2 down. Got overmatched there. Excellent pitch by Bradley. Espen Bradley records his second strikeout. And here's Griffith hitting .600. Swung on and grounded up the third base side, but that's foul. It hit off his foot. And that's really not his pitch. They're trying to pitch him anywhere but the strike zone. No balls and one strike to Ty Griffith. He has carried this offense all year. The pitch swung on and dribbled foul along the third base side again. Another breaking ball. Yeah, I don't think Bradley wants to throw Griffith a fastball. No way. He's too good. No balls and two strikes to the beat digger catcher, a senior. Pitch, check swing foul. Remains at 0-2. Here to Ty Griffith in the third. Bradley ready, shakes off a sign. And the pitch. Curveball is grounded up the middle. The shortstop Flamini's got it. Sets. Fires to first. High and late. I think he beat that out anyway. I think he was going to beat it out. That he took time to throw that baseball. I'm going to call that a base hit. Again, had the throw been accurate, I think he's safe anyway. He took a lot of time to get that ball out of his glove. So we'll see how that scored in the dugout, but I've scored that a base hit because Griffith got down that line. Here's Tanner Ludgate, who struck out looking. The pitch, and that one gets away into second. Off the steal is Griffith. One ball and no strikes. The stretch and offering. Swung on, drilled towards left field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Griffith will step on third, headed towards the plate. No throw, he will score. It's an RBI single, a two-out single by Tanner Ludgate. And the Beat Diggers lead 2-0 in the third. And here is Joshua Lancaster. He had the RBI single in the first inning. That's a two-out rally for the Beat Diggers, and that makes a huge difference on the road. Especially in a game that can be close to the end. You want to have a heftier lead by the fifth or sixth inning. The pitch, runner goes, swung on, popped foul along the third base side and out of play. No balls and one strike. So the Beat Diggers have single runs in the first and third innings. Lancaster back in the box. 0-1 to the Beat Digger pitcher. Espen Bradley stretches. Runner goes. Fouled straight back. Man, Ludgate got a great jump. No balls and two strikes. Lancaster's thinking, if I can drill that down the right field line and get extra bases, that might have scored Ludgate. The Beat Diggers have 4 hits in the game. Strasburg has been held to 1. Now it's an 0-2 to Lancaster. Runner goes. Curveball, that's a called strike 3 in the inside corner. Lancaster strikes out, 2 strikeouts in the inning. 1 run for the Beat Diggers, though, on 2 hits. No errors and a man left. 2.5 complete. In Byers, the Beat Diggers lead Strasburg 2-0 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. To the top of the order for Strasburg as we head to the bottom of the third inning. The Beat Diggers hold a 2-0 lead. RBI singles from Lancaster and Ludgate. Thomas Devlin followed by David Young and Jared Flamini. Devlin had that base hit on an 0-2 pitch, his first at bat. And now you're on the road for the rest of the season, so you start today and you keep it going tomorrow and into this weekend. Lancaster with 3 strikeouts in the first 2 innings. So here we go, righty against righty. Man, that sun is really out. It's scorching out here. The pitch, swing and a miss on a letter high pitch. 0-1. Might have taken something off of that. Had Devlin off balance. Lancaster looks in for the sign. And the offering. Fouled back. It's 0-2. He's throwing a lot of his pitches up. And that might actually be a good sign, because if he's taking something off those pitches, they're either swinging under it or getting underneath it and popping them up. 0-2 to Devlin. This was the same count when he had a base hit his first time up. The pitch, up and in. Was not going to throw him anything fat there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Joshua Lancaster, the senior, gets a sign from a fellow senior, and Ty Griffith. The pitch, foul to the screen. Ball up at the letters. It remains at 1-2. Rockies taking on the Cincinnati Reds tonight. That game just underway from Coors Field. We were supposed to have that game right here on 1010 KSIR, but Monday Night Baseball is in a different form. And these games are even more critical. The pitch, foul. That pitch was like neck high. I don't know why he swung at that one. That's all you can do with that one. Remains at 1-2 to Thomas Devlin. 2-0 Bee Diggers in the bottom of the third inning. Lancaster looking to put away this hitter. Here it is. Up and in. With the off speed, 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck, it's David Young. The pitch. Called strike 3. Fastball outside corner. Thigh high. Strikeout number 4 for Joshua Lancaster. 1 out. All of a sudden, Lancaster's retired 6 in a row. The bases were loaded with 1 out, a strikeout, and a pop-up. Then retired all 3 in the second, 2 of those being strikeouts. So he has struck out 4 of the last 6 hitters. David Young hit a line drive to the left fielder Eicher in the first inning. The pitch, up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Lancaster gets a sign, just taking his time, being sure about these pitches, the offering, and he bounced it up there. It is 2-0. Whether you're a traditional or non-traditional student looking for an associate's degree or a specialized certificate at Northeastern, visit njc.edu. That's Northeastern. 2 balls and no strikes. And the offering, not even close, up and away. Well, that string of 6 in a row is in jeopardy. At 3 balls and no strikes, 1 down, bottom 3. Brush 2, Strasburg nothing. Let's see if Josh comes in with a 3-0 strike. Swung on and fouled up the third base side on a changeup. Wow. Why are you swinging at a 3-0? I don't get that either. But, I mean, he is a good hitter. He's a great hitter, hitting over 500, but even still, this is really about getting on base. 3-0's normally when you lay off. Now it's 3-1. The pitch, that's up and away. It's a walk to David Young. That'll bring up Jared Flamini, who reached on that error on that 1-hopper to Ludgate. They were unable to make the force at second when the ball deflected off Odell's glove. I don't think Strasburg has too many home runs as a team. Of course, their ballpark is bigger than Brush's. They've got 3 home runs this season. Squaring to bunt. Takes it up and in. Throw to first. Tag applied. Safe. Well, this hitter, Flamini, does have a home run. So he's got some pop in the bat. 1 ball, no strikes. Open stance, right-handed hitter. Young with a 2-step lead. Lancaster stretches the pitch. Swung on line. Caught by the diving Tyne. throw to first. It's a double play. Nate Tyne laid out to his left and made an all-star play at third. And the Beat Diggers turned the double play. And the inning is over. That's a play that wins baseball games. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. And the bases were left empty. We head to the top of the fourth inning in Byers. The Beat Diggers lead the Strasburg Indians 2-0 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. And wouldn't you know it, to lead off the fourth inning is Nate Tyne, who just laid his body on the line, a diving stab to his left and doubled up the runner at first. Young for the double play. He leads off the fourth inning. The pitch, swing and a miss, and a pitch down and away. It's 0-1. Tyne popped up his first time out. 2-0 Brush, the offering. Curveball is hit weakly on the ground, up the first base side. A barehanded throw to first is off the glove of the first baseman Spriggs, and it's into right field. That'll be scored in error. It was a tough play, but I think a good throw's got him. And that's the first error unofficially committed by Strasburg. Throw was a little bit high from the pitcher, Espen Bradley. Here is Percy Odell. A bang-bang play at first, but I think a good throw's got him by half a step. Tyne with those long strides, three-step lead. He goes, and is taken for a strike. Throw to second and a hop. He's in there. Head first slide for the speedy Nate Tyne. No balls and one strike to Percy Odell. Can Brush add to the advantage in the fourth inning? The pitch, swing and a miss. Above the letters, it's 0-2. The Beat Diggers scored their runs in the first and third innings. Tyne off of second. Bradley to the plate. Swung on and lifted towards right center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Tyne got a late jump on that baseball. He's going to hold up at third. Now he's going to round third, headed towards the plate. The throw is going to slide in safely. Throw to second, the slide. And in there is Percy Odell. It is an RBI single. Odell to second. 3-0 Beat Diggers. Well, the risk paid off for the Beat Diggers. And here's Hunter Proctor. Proctor walked in his first plate appearance. So the Beat Diggers have scored in each of the first four innings, except the second, actually. 3 of the first 4 innings. And lead 3-0. And the pitch, swing and a miss. That pitch was well above the letters. It's 0-1. Got to lay off that. He knew it. No balls and one strike. Still nobody out in the fourth inning. Brush now has 5 hits in the game. RBI singles by Lancaster, Ludgate, and now Odell. Squaring to bunt. And he takes it for a strike. Runner goes to third. Nobody's covering. It'll be a stolen base. The shortstop, Flamini, went to cover when the third baseman, Alamillo, ranged in. Another steal for the Beat Diggers. No balls and 2 strikes. The infield is playing back for Strasburg, so a ground ball in the middle will give them another run. And the offering, curveball is tapped foul behind the plate. Remains at 0-2 with Edgar Ortiz waiting to hit next. Yeah, it's amazing. This is a game of angles. When I saw that ball hit by Odell, I knew it was a base hit right off the bat, but Tyne's a base runner. He doesn't have the same angle, and he still was able to score. The pitch, swing and a miss, and a fastball that tied him up, a 3/4 swing. Proctor strikes out one down. That's a heck of a pitch. Here is Ortiz. Yeah, that's a tough one for Hunter on an 0-2, a tough one for any hitter. That's as good a pitch as you can deliver to an opposing hitter. Ortiz popped to center in the second. The pitch, foul tipped into the glove on a swing. It's 0-1. You got to get that run across. He's there with one out, and Percy Odell, he's there with nobody out. The infield is playing halfway on the left side. And the offering. Swung on line, foul along the third base side. That's a heck of a swing by Ortiz, but out in front it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. You know that Espen Bradley wants a strikeout here. The pitch behind the hitter on a breaking ball. A ball and 2 strikes. Getting your house to the right temperature is not easy. Bailey Mechanical, 522-0471. They'll go to work for you. Bailey Mechanical. That pitch is down and away. Looked like a changeup. The count evens at 2-2. To Edgar Ortiz. Plenty of sunshine. It won't get dark for a while at least. Well, starting to darken maybe in about 45, 50 minutes. The offering. Curveball is up and in. 3 balls and 2 strikes. To Edgar Ortiz. I don't know the last time we had Monday Night Baseball. The pitch. Swung on and lifted to left field. This should score the run. Bauer ranges to his left, makes the catch. Odell tags from third. He'll score easily. It's a sac fly by Edgar Ortiz. The Bee Diggers have 2 across in the 4th inning and lead 4-0. What a great piece of hitting. A phenomenal piece of hitting by Edgar Ortiz. Now with the bases empty, it's Wiley Eicher who grounded to second. Both pitchers are throwing a lot of strikes. Bradley's thrown 60 pitches, 41 for strikes, and make it 42, even though that was a ball, but Eicher swung at a pitch that was up and in. No balls and 1 strike to the Bee Digger left fielder. In the 4th inning, outside. A little bit of a tailing changeup. It's 1-1. Eicher awaits from the right side. And the offering. Curveball is taken down and away. That's a great take by Wiley Eicher. Ball 2, strike 1. Bee Diggers have been very aggressive at the plate. The pitch. And that one skips to the screen. 3-1. Overthrown by the right-hander Bradley. Three balls and 1 strike. And Eicher gets on. You clear the number 9 hitter, which is huge. The pitch. That's a strike. Outside corner fastball. 3-2. Franklin Garrett is in the on-deck circle. He'll hit for Navarro. The pitch. Check swing foul to the backstop. That was the same pitch that he threw Proctor and struck him out. Remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now, all the Bee Diggers have to do, you'd like to add to the advantage, pitch and play defense. You'll win the game. Baseball's not as much about hitting as it is about pitching and defense. 3-2. Upstairs, it's a walk. And here is Franklin Garrett. He had 3 big RBIs in an 8-3 victory over Weld Central. Tom Odell will make sure the home plate umpire makes the change on his scorecard. As Brush is up 4-0 in the top of the 4th inning. With over 30 years of experience, B&B Appliance can help match the appliances to your needs at 502 Ensign Street in Fort Morgan. That is B&B Appliance. Franklin Garrett has taken advantage of the opportunities he's been given. Hitting .333. 5 hits and 15 at-bats. 2 of those came in Keensburg. Eicher's got some big strides over there. The pitch, and that's low. Runner goes to second. The throw and the slide. He's going to slide around it. He's in there. The throw is up the shortstop side. And what about the Bee Diggers running the bases very well? The Bee Diggers have 5 stolen bases in the game. The pitch swung on and fouled to the backstop. 1 ball and 1 strike to Tank Garrett. Oh, it'd be so nice to get Griffith up there with another run across and a man on base. 1-1. The pitch. Curveball is up and away. Yeah, Eicher's got to be conservative now on the bases. That's because Griffith is on deck. You don't want him leading off the fifth inning. He already leads off every game. And that's to maximize his number of plate appearances, which is the thing to do. And the 2-1. Down and in. Eicher takes off for third. The throw's up the third base side. He's in there. That's a huge risk. But again, it paid off for Brush. Again, with Griffith on deck, I'm not sure why you even take off. 3 balls and 1 strike. 6 stolen bases for Brush. The pitch. Fastball is inside. It's a walk. That looked pretty good from here. Yeah, Bradley thought it was a strike. That was pitch number 72. And Navarro now will run for Franklin Garrett. So here we go with Ty Griffith. A triple and then an infield hit. And you know, Griffith knows they're going to throw him some junk. I would be shocked if he gets a fastball here. Too good of a fastball hitter. He knows that the off-speed stuff is going to come his way. First and third, 2 on, 2 out, 2 across in the 4th inning. 4-0 B-Diggers in Byers over the Strasburg Indians. The stretch, the offering, and the bender bounces off the chest protector. Eicher will score standing. And the B-Diggers lead 5-0. Navarro to second. Straight up at 7 o'clock Mountain Time in Northeast Colorado. You are listening to 1010 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Weldona. Also at KSIR.com on the TuneIn app. 1 ball and no strikes to the senior catcher, Ty Griffith. And the pitch. Swung on and laced on the ground to third on 1 hop. The throw to first is low, and it skips by the first baseman, Spriggs, up against the fence. Scoring is Navarro. Griffith to second on the throwing error by Alamillo. Brush 6, Strasburg nothing. No RBI there for Griffith on the throwing error with 2 down. And now Ben Metlin will run at second. The B-Diggers catch a huge break. Tanner Ludgate has struck out looking and singled. That was a gorgeous stab by Alamillo on that 1 hopper, but then he did not get it to the first baseman in the air, and Spriggs couldn't come up with it. And it bounced right by him. That's an unearned run allowed by Espen Bradley. Looking back in the pitch, swung on and chopped off the foot of Ludgate. Got him on the right foot. It's 0-1. The B-Diggers were looking for that inning to try to break this thing open, and hopefully they have. They're up 6-0. They've got 1 6-0 shutout this year. That was at Highland. And they just shut out Yuma 15-0, another team that wore red uniforms. But this Strasburg team much better than that Yuma team. That Yuma team only has 4 victories this year. The Strasburg team is 11-9 going into this game. With Metlin at second, no balls, 1 strike, 4 across for the B-Diggers. They just scored that 4th run on a throwing error. And in fact, 2 errors have been committed in this inning by Strasburg, including the one that got it started. Off the bat of Nate Tyne, looking back. The pitch, runner stays. The breaking ball's upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. The stretch. And the offering. That's high. 2-1. It's been a long half inning. And the B-Diggers have taken advantage. With 4 runs in the frame. Ludgate ready. Swung on and fouled back. The runner was bluffing over at second. 2-2. So nice to see the B-Diggers after a rough start to this game, even though they led 1-0, but made 2 base running mistakes and a fielding error, getting back on track, playing beautiful baseball. The pitch, up and in with a fastball, 3-2. And heck, if they keep this going, they could shorten this game to 5 or 6 innings. They're already up 6-0. The only inning they did not score was the second. Looking back, runner goes. Taken for a strike and a steal. And, yep, that's a 3-2 pitch, a called strike 3. I almost got fooled. I thought it was 3-1 for a second, but Ludgate strikes out looking, and the Bee Diggers are retired finally in the top of the fourth inning. However, the Bee Diggers score 4 runs on just 1 hit. That was the RBI single delivered by Percy Odell. 2 errors and 1 left. Let's head to the bottom of the fourth. In Byers, it's Brush 6, Strasburg nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Espen Bradley leads off the bottom of the fourth inning. Caleb Jimenez is the new pitcher now. Joshua Lancaster is not the pitcher of record if this game goes beyond the 5th inning. He only won 3 innings. You do not get the victory unless you go 4 innings in a 7-inning game or 3 innings in a 5-inning game. If it goes 6 innings, still got to go 4. Can't pitch just half the game. Got to go more than half. Jimenez to the plate. Swung on and lifted towards right center field. That drops for a base hit. The play and the throw is going to be towards first for some reason as Navarro unleashed that baseball. And Espen Bradley has Strasburg's second hit of the game. You do have a 6-0 lead, and here's Charlie Spriggs. He struck out swinging with the bases loaded and 1 out, and that changed the entire bottom of the first inning. The pitch bounces in. Nice block by the senior Griffith. 1 ball and no strikes. I'm John Beltran from Byers High School on this all-turf field. A gorgeous Monday night. It's actually feeling like it's getting warmer with the sun out. The pitch. Fastball is inside. Yeah, this game is far from over. Far from over. Strasburg can certainly swing it. 2-0. Jimenez to the plate. Foul to the backstop. On a ball up in the zone. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. The number 5 hitter in the Strasburg lineup. Had a huge defensive play from Nate Tyne in the previous inning, laying out and starting a 5-3 double play. Breaking ball is low. 3-1. The Bee Diggers have a game tomorrow, so they don't want to overload on their pitching today. They want to get through this game as swiftly as possible. 3-1, not even close. Skips to the backstop. And that's a walk. First and second to begin the bottom of the fourth inning. That'll bring up the third baseman, Eric Alamillo. See, normally here, first and second, nobody out. Fourth inning, you might bunt, but you're down by 6 runs. Looking back is Jimenez. The pitch, fouled off to the right. Nice fastball thrown by the right-hander. No balls and 1 strike. And Jimenez is only a freshman. Got a big, strong arm. The offering, fouled again to the screen. 0-2. That's the thing that Tom Odell has done very nicely, develop pitching. You got a pitch count. You've got to develop as many pitchers as you can. You got Gillick. He can pitch pretty well, also a freshman. Of course, your starters who've been there all season. The offering went behind him with a breaking ball. That's a dangerous pitch. Nearly hit him, but would have loaded the bases. 1-2 to Alamillo, the number 6 hitter in the lineup, who popped out his first time up. The stretch. And the offering. Outside with a curveball. It's 2-2. Yep, this has the making of a nighttime driving if we continue to go this slow through the middle innings. The 2-2 pitch in the dirt, scooped up by Griffith. It's 3-2. Now you're 1 pitch away from loading the bases, even though you've got a 6-0 lead in the bottom of the fourth. Bradley at second, Spriggs at first, 6-0 Brush. At the belt and to the plate. Swung on and line foul along the third base side. Got to come in with 1 now. Got to come in with 1 just like he did there. It'll be another payoff pitch. And here it is. away or inside. Looked like that went behind him on a fastball, and the bases are loaded. DJ Cannon struck out his first time up. A base hit and a couple of walks have loaded the bases. Well, Ludgate is playing on the edge of the grass. You have a 6-0 lead. You don't need to cut the run off at the plate with that big of a lead, and that pitch is upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. You just need outs. A flare could score 2 runs. And here comes Tom Odell to pay a visit to the mound. I'm not sure about the infield playing that shallow with a 6-0 lead, but he's got to settle down as pitcher. The Bay Diggers scored a run in the first, 1 in the third, and 4 in the fourth inning. Ty Griffith got the scoring started. He tripled, and then Ben Metla, the courtesy runner, scored on the base hit from Lancaster. Ludgate with an RBI single in the third. And then Percy Odell had a run-scoring single to get the scoring started in the fourth inning. 1 ball and no strikes, bases loaded, nobody out, bottom of the fourth inning. Cannon awaits the pitch, and here it is. That's a strike, letter high. That's a high strike, top of the zone, and the count evens at 1-1. Griffith lays down the sign, and the right-hander to the plate. Swing and a miss. On a pitch away, it's 1-2. Well, it was bases loaded, 1 out with Lancaster, the starter, striking out Charlie Spriggs, and then he got a pop-up to left field. But here there's nobody out. Now time is called. But Caleb is ahead in the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's got to be very careful if he throws a breaking ball. Hasn't unleashed one of those yet that's been effective. The offering swung on, popped up, foul territory, and that one is headed out of play as Lancaster gives chase along the first base side. It remains at 1-2. Yeah, forget about giving. If you give up a run or 2, no big deal. But 3-4 runs, you're back in the game, and with that infield in, that's the risk. One ball, 2 strikes to the Strasburg catcher, DJ Cannon. The pitch, and that bounces in there. Nice block by Griffith. That skipped, and Griffith was able to corral that one. It's 2-2. Jimenez operating out of the windup with the bases loaded. The pitch, swung on, popped up. Infield fly will be called, and the shortstop's going to make the catch. It's an out anyway with the infield fly. There's 1 down. Well, there's your first out. Here is Christian Bauer, grounded to short. Now the infield is playing back. Now they'll concede a run for an out. Jimenez ready. The offering. Swung on and line down the right field line. That's a base hit, trickling into foul territory. And then Novato has trouble with it in right field. 2 runs are going to score. The throw towards the plate. It's going to be a double for Bauer. Strasburg is on the board at 6-2 in the bottom of the fourth inning. And here is Colton Hall, who struck out looking. Oh, man, he didn't take a hard swing, but he placed it perfectly inside the right field line. Pitch by Jimenez. Swing and a miss. Threw the heater right by him. No balls and 1 strike. But again, that's where 2 walks. 2 walks certainly hurt you. Jimenez ready. Infield is in. The pitch. Swung on and lifted towards center field. Going back is Proctor. He will make the catch. Tagging up at third and scoring is Alamillo. It's 6-3 on the sac fly by Colton Hall. Bauer remains at second. Here is Thomas Devlin, who singled and struck out. Here's the stretch and the offering. Swung on line towards right field, and diving and making the catch is Edgar Navarro to his left. Oh, an outstanding defensive play. That would have been a base hit and a run. Well, Tyne ended the third inning with a dive, and Navarro did it in the fourth. However, Strasburg scores 3 runs on 2 hits. No errors and a man left, 4 complete. And another huge defensive play, that one by Navarro, the score. Brush 6, Strasburg 3 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Bee Diggers had a 6-0 lead. Now it's at 6-3 going into the top of the 5th inning. I'm John Beltran from Byers High School. It'll be Joshua Lancaster, Nate Tyne, and Percy Odell against right-hander. Let's see if they have changed pitchers, because that is a possibility. Yeah, that doesn't look like Bradley out there. Let's see who that is. The pitch, swing and a miss. Maybe it is. No balls and 1 strike. Yep, I think it still is out there. Lancaster singled in a run and struck out. And the offering, up and away. Nope, that can't be. Nope, hold on. Nope, it is. Okay. I got it right. Yeah, it's Bradley. 1-1 pitch. Outside, it's 2-1. Bradley's up to 83 pitches. This could be his final inning. You're limited to 110 with a maximum of 3 days rest. And the offering. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Out in front of that pitch, it's 2-2. Lancaster awaits the pitch. Curveball is popped up to the third baseman Alamillo, but he gives way to the shortstop Flamini. He makes the grab, and there's 1 down. And here is Nate Tyne, who popped out and then hit that dribbler. And the throw was high by the pitcher Bradley, allowing Tyne to reach. He eventually stole second and scored on the base hit from Percy Odell. Nate Tyne has got 2 home runs this year. The pitch, swing and a miss. That was above the letters with a fastball. It's no balls and 1 strike. 0 for 2 officially in this game. Yeah, he'll recompose himself outside the box. Left-handed hitting third baseman will settle back in. Bradley, well, it looked like he wanted to quick pitch him, but not ready yet. Not ready yet. Now he digs into the box. No balls and 1 strike to the Bee Digger senior third baseman. The pitch squaring to bunt, and he pops it up, and that is out of play. 0-2. 0-2 to Tyne. A run in the first, 1 in the third, 4 in the fourth for Brush, 3 in the bottom of the fourth for Strasburg. We're in the 5th inning. Lights could go on here in about half an hour. The pitch, up and away. Ball 1, strike 2 to Nate Tyne. Tyne, Odell, and Proctor. Well, we already have 1 out in the inning. Hopefully we get to Proctor the pitch. And that ball hit him on a breaking ball. Got him on the backside. Nate Tyne reaches for the second time in his many plate appearances. Here is Percy Odell, who had the run-scoring single. He also popped out. The Bee Diggers have already stolen 6 bases in the game. And no reason to think that Tyne will not be taking off. They want to get those 3 runs back. 6-0 looked comfortable, but now 6-3 as the visiting team. You want more. Tyne with a lead at first. Runner goes up and in. Throw to second, up the second base side. The slide, and he is safe. Oh, the ball was dropped anyway. The ball was dropped anyway. The tag was applied. That was a close play, but Flamini did not have it in the glove. So I'm not sure if he beat it, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter. It's a stolen base, the second for Nate Tyne. And the pitch. That's up and away. It's 2-0. With 1 out in this 5th inning. And you could not have a better night for baseball. This is great weather in mid-May. And that ball hit him. Ooh. Man, that got him around the left hip. Ooh. That's 2 consecutive batters that Bradley has plunked. And He doesn't have too much left in terms of pitches. He's up to 92. Hunter Proctor has walked and struck out. He is 0 for 1. This is a big, big spot for the junior center fielder. A big spot. With 1 out in the 5th inning. And Proctor came in today hitting .261. That's respectable. He can lift that average with a base hit, squaring to bunt. And he bunts it up the third base side. That's a gorgeous bunt by Proctor. Fielding, throwing sidearm, up the first base side and into foul territory. Tyne scores. The ball is still loose. Rounding third, headed towards the plate, the slide. And in there is Percy Odell. And the third is going to be Hunter Proctor. We'll score that a base hit and a throwing error. And the Bee Diggers lead 8-3 in the top of the 5th inning. That was such a tough play by Bradley. And he threw it away. And that was 2 extra bases. No RBIs there for Hunter Proctor, but what a gorgeous bunt. And they've got 2 of those runs back. Man, you got to love small ball like that. And let's see if that's going to be it for Espen Bradley. And I think it could be. It's an 8-3 Bee Digger lead, 1 out runner at third in the 5th inning. And we're going to take a break. The Bee Diggers have 2 across. They've scored in every inning but the second. Brush 8, Strasburg 3 in Byers on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Caleb Jimenez will step in, a runner at third. The new pitcher is Jared Flamini. Espen Bradley, the starter, goes to short. The pitch, and that fastball's inside. Jimenez with his first plate appearance of the game. The Bee Diggers lead 8-3. Proctor laid down a gorgeous bunt. It was barehanded by Bradley. It was going to be a bang-bang play at first, but he threw it down the right field line. The pitch foul to the backstop. So we scored it as a base hit for Proctor, no RBI. And the throwing error on Bradley, who's committed 2 errors in this game. Strasburg has 3 as a team. The Bee Diggers had their lone error in the 1st inning. 1 ball and 1 strike. The stretch from the right-hander and the pitch. Swung on line to left field. That drops for a base hit in front of Bauer. Here comes Proctor. He scores. They get the 3 runs back on the base hit from Jimenez. Brush 9, Strasburg 3. That was a scorching bullet to left field. Here is Wiley Eicher. Grounded out and walked. 0 for 1. I'm telling you, don't look at Brush's record. They've got talent on this team. It was 15 years ago as that pitch is swung on, grounded back to the mound. To second, that's 1. And back to first, that's a 1-4-3 double play. As Eicher tried to slide in. I said that incorrectly, but that's never going to work. 1-4-3 double play. And that does it for the Bee Diggers. We'll get to the recap coming up in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Bee Diggers score 3 runs. They benefit from 2 errors as we head to the 5th inning. 4.5 in the books. In Byers, Brush 9, Strasburg 3 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brush leads Strasburg 9-3, headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. Caleb Jimenez will be the pitcher of record if this game goes 6 innings. It'll be David Young, Jared Flamini, and Espen Bradley. So the Bee Diggers got those 3 runs right back that they relinquished in the bottom of the 4th inning. Brush had 3 runs on 2 hits in that frame, and they benefited from those 2 errors. Actually, it was 1 error. They had 2 errors in the previous inning, so let me correct that. The pitch and the breaking ball is up and away. David Young has popped out and walked, hitting over .560 going into this game. The best hitter on the Strasburg lineup. Left-handed hitting second baseman. And the offering. Upstairs. Let's go, Caleb. Just throw strikes. That's all that he's being asked to do with a 6-run lead again. 2nd consecutive inning, he's taking the mound with a 6-run advantage. 2-0. Fouled back with a fastball down and in. Ball 2, strike 1. Thanks as always to all of our sponsors, including Stubbs Gas and Oil, one-stop shopping. Gas, food, and all your travel accessories off I-76 and exit 66A in Wigan. Stubbs Gas and Oil. 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch, down and away with a fastball. 3-1. Lancaster issued 2 walks, and Jimenez has issued 2 walks. And make it 3. Outside with a fastball. That's too many for the Bee Diggers. That's 5 they have issued. Here comes Tom Odell. And let's see, that could be it. That's too many walks. And, yep, Tom Odell's going to make the pitching change, and rightly so. 9-3 as we take a break. We'll tell you about the new pitcher in 1 minute. The Bee Diggers with a lead over Strasburg and Byers on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Keaton Gillick is the new pitcher. And a swing and a foul to the screen by Jared Flamini. A board on an air and lined out, hit into that double play on that great play by Nate Tyne. The pitch swung on and popped up foul territory. Right field line. The first baseman Lancaster makes the running catch near the fence. 1 down, an outstanding play by the senior first baseman. I'm really enjoying when the horn goes off. Somebody, a Bee Digger fan in their car, I'm enjoying that on plays like that. And the Bee Diggers have come up with some tremendous defensive plays. Here's Espen Bradley walked and singled. Short lead at first. Keaton Gillick to the plate. And the freshman delivers a ball. He's made a few appearances this season. Gillick's going to be a 4-year pitcher for this team. The stretch. And the offering. And the breaking ball's a strike on the inner half. 1 ball and 1 strike. To Espen Bradley, the starting pitcher, who's now playing at short. He was taken off the mound in the top of the 5th inning. The Bee Diggers are on their 3rd pitcher. Throw back to first. Good move there. Back in diving is David Young. The lights are on in Byers. The sun has disappeared at 7:32 Mountain Time. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 on. 9-3 Brush, bottom of the 5th inning. The offering, runner going. It's inside. The throw to second is right there. Oh, it's off the glove of Ludgate into center field. That's an excellent throw by Griffith. If he's there, that tag could have been made, but got there a little bit tardy, and it's a stolen base for David Young. That is as good a throw. Right on the bag. But Ludgate was still running over there. The stretch and the offering. Swung on and foul to the backstop. It's 2-2 to Espen Bradley. Now keep this at 9-3. Let's head to the 6th inning. You're down to 6 outs with a 6-run lead. Don't mess around and get this team back in the game. Gillick gets a sign. Looking back, 2-2. Up and in. I think he went with a curveball, but it didn't break enough. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Been traffic all game long, I should say. Strasburg has left 4 on base. The Bee Diggers have stranded only 2. The pitch, in the dirt. And now the runner takes off for 3rd. So 1st and 3rd off that walk. That's 6 walks issued by Bee Digger pitching. And Charlie Spriggs has struck out and walked. He will now be the batter. Again, once you score this many runs, it's all about pitching and defense. Nothing fancy. Young and Bradley on the bases. The offering. Low with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. Tom Odell does not want to go to a 3rd pitcher in this inning. This is Gillick's to get out of. The stretch. Squaring to bunt. And it's taken for a strike. Throw to second on a hop to tag. And safe! Oh, man! They thought they had the guy out at second. A stolen base for Bradley. The tag was applied on a bullet throw by Griffith, but 2 in scoring position. And 1 ball, it should be 1 ball, or 2-0. Oh, are you kidding me? That was a ball? So a stolen base and a ball. Now it's 2-0. Well, Gillick's in a little bit of trouble now. 2 balls, no strikes to pitch. That's upstairs, 3-0. Keaton's thrown only 4 strikes and 7 balls. This could be a brand new ball game with a big swing. 3-0 to Spriggs. Stretch by Gillick. The pitch. Where is that miss? Oh my gosh. If that's not a strike, what is? That was a strike at the knees. Come on. That's got to be a strike. Here's Eric Alamillo, popped out and walked. So that was a 4-pitch walk, the second straight issued by Gillick. And the bases are loaded. Out of the stretch, the pitch, swing and a miss through the fastball right by him. It's 0-1. Keep it right there. We'll check it first. Well, where's David Young at third? Okay, apparently all right, Young ended up scoring. That's right. It's 9-4, first and second. He ended up scoring on that ball that got away. I didn't even see him score, but the run is on the board. Maybe I'll get into the game. And the offering. Swung on and lifted behind the second base bag, and it's going to be caught by the second baseman, Odell. 2 steps into the outfield. The infield fly was called, 2 down. I did not even see David Young score, but he did. And actually, he scored on that throw to second. It was the back end of a double steal. So that's when he scored. Now 9-4, 2 outs. By the way, that run belongs to Caleb Jimenez, not charged against Gillick. Here's DJ Cannon, who is 0 for 2. Get him out. You've got a 5-run lead with 6 outs to go, down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Gillick, the freshman, with 2 on and 2 out. The pitch, down and away again, 2-0. Tough spot for a freshman. He's gotten 2 outs, but he needs obviously a third to get out of this inning and maintain a 5-run lead going into the 6th. And this is the number 7 hitter. You get him out, then it's 8-9-1 in the 6th inning, 2-0. Swung on and fouled on the ground on the first base side. It fisted Cannon. Ball 2, strike 1. And this would set up the pitching perfectly for tomorrow. Wiley Eicher, I would guess, would be the starter for that game against Platte Valley. But you've got 7 outs to record to win this one with a 5-run advantage. The pitch, swung on and fouled back. 2 balls and 2 strikes to DJ Cannon. We're going to play 2 hours of baseball at least tonight in Byers. It's a 2-2 pitch coming up to the catcher, stepping out. And Cannon back in, back out. Here we go, 2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, 1 across. Gillick to the plate, swung on and grounded foul, third base side. We'll do it again. Gillick has thrown 19 pitches in this inning, and he's the second pitcher of the inning. Lancaster got through 3 and did not allow a run. Jimenez allowed 4 runs, 3 in the 4th and then 1, and then was pulled after the first hitter. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball dropped by Griffith. He'll throw to first to record the out. And that is a strikeout of DJ Cannon. And that does it here for Strasburg in the bottom of the 5th inning. They score 1 run, no hits, no errors and 2 left. To the 6th we go. The Bee Diggers 9, the Indians 4 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brush leads Strasburg 9-4 in Byers. 9 runs, 7 hits, an error, and 2 left on base for the Bee Diggers. 4 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors, 6 left on base for Strasburg. Brush's problem today has been issuing walks. If they can keep the base on balls under control, they have issued 7 walks in the game. 2 from the starter, 3 by Jimenez, 2 by Gillick. Just throw strikes and you'll win this thing. And Keaton Gillick, whose best game offensively came against Bennett, a come-from-behind 9-6 8-inning victory. Had a couple of huge RBIs in that game. Will lead off 9-1-2 against right-hander Jared Flamini. Out of the stretch with the bases empty. Fastball is up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Post-game show will be a short one. Would like to get back home and get ready for tomorrow's 3:30 game. The pitch swung on and fisted first base side on 2 hops. An easy play. Spriggs steps to the bag, and there's 1 out. That'll bring up Ty Griffith. A triple, a single, and he's reached on an error. 2 for 3 unofficially, because that other single is a grounder to short. That it was a bad throw to first, but I thought he would have beat it out. And that's why I scored it a base hit. But I'm not the official scorer. Flamini to the plate. Breaking ball is down and away. 1 ball and no strikes to senior catcher Ty Griffith. 9 locations across Northeast Colorado at Rudy's Tires and Nebraska, by the way. Means there's always a location close by. Rudy's Tires brings you 10-10 preps and more every weekday. Visit rudystires.com for more. The pitch. Breaking ball is inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Here to Ty Griffith. Flamini, chest level with a glove. The pitch. Foul to the backstop. It got stuck there as well. 2-1. Griffith did launch a 3-run homer against Eaton this season. 2-1. Fastball is high. The Bee Diggers have scored in every inning but the second. A run in the first, 1 in the third, 4 runs in the fifth. Or check it, 4 in the fourth and 3 in the fifth. And the 3-1. Check swing. Oh, he went. It's a strike. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ty Griffith. Flamini stretches. Flamini delivers. Swung on line. Base hit into right center field. That's 3 in the game for Ty Griffith. The Bee Diggers have 8 as a team. And here is Tanner Ludgate, who has struck out, singled, and struck out. He's got an RBI. And again, the lights are on, and now they're going to really need him. They don't need him right now, but it's a good idea to get him on early. And then they'll kick in. You haven't been here, it's a all-turf field at Byers High School. Runner stays, the pitch is up and in. Ty Griffith was bluffing, although the Bee Diggers have run like crazy in this game. 7 stolen bases for Brush. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner goes up and in. Throw to second's going to land in center field. And backing it up there is Thomas Devlin, a stolen base for Griffith. 2 balls and no strikes. Another chance to drive in a run, and Ben Metlin now will be the courtesy runner. Give Griffith a little bit of a rest in the dugout. These dugouts are sunken in. They're not very big at all either. They're not big dugouts. 2 balls and no strikes. The Bee Diggers just need 6 outs. Unless they come up with 5 runs in this inning and hold Strasburg scoreless. There is 1 down. The pitch, and that fastball is below the knees. It's 3-0. Lancaster will hit next. This game is moving along at a deliberate pace. 3-0. I'm hoping for an 8-15 finish. I mean, that'd be nice. I was hoping earlier, but can't be greedy. The offering. Fastballs right there is 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike to Tanner Ludgate in the top of the 6th inning with a man in scoring position. Flamini to the plate. Swing and a miss and a fastball down and in. That would have been ball 4. But that was a pitch he thought he could stroke, and he missed it. 3-2 to Ludgate. The Bee Diggers are vying for their 10th win of the season. They're 9-12. Strasburg at 11-9. The pitch, swing and a miss and a sweeping curveball. Ludgate was fooled. He strikes out. 3rd time he struck out in the game, and there's 2 down. Lancaster with an RBI single, a strikeout, and then he popped to short. 1 for 3. Bee Diggers are out hitting Strasburg 8-3 and leading 9-4. Same margin, 5 more hits and 5 more runs. Fastball is up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. A 3:30 first pitch tomorrow. I'll be with you from Platte Valley High School in Kersey, where hopefully the Bee Diggers will be looking for their 11th win of the season after they pick up this one tonight. And the offering. Fastball is high, 2-0. And Flamini's working himself over. 20 pitches, 10 balls, 10 strikes, so he's all over the place. Off of second is Ben Metlin. The pitch, strike. Fastball, outside corner, belt level. It's 2-1. If they keep this at 9-4, Strasburg has to feel, since they've scored 4 runs in the last 2 innings, that they have a shot in this game. The pitch, swung on line, base hit along the left field line. Metlin steps on third. He's going to stay right there as the ball's thrown back in. And that will send up Nate Tyne. That was hit so hard, Metlin could not score. Good job of Bauer heaving that baseball towards the third baseman, Alamillo. 9th hit for the Bee Diggers. Well, they got 3 runs back that they gave up in the 4th. Can they get a run back that they relinquished in the 5th? And now we could have a pitching change, or at least a visit to the mound. With 1st and 3rd and 2 down. In the top of the 6th inning. And Brush up 9-4 again. We're going to have a quick post game once we get there. But we're nowhere near done. Not on this Monday night. Not even close. That's a long convo. Let's break that thing up. There you go. Yeah, people have things to do. Like sleep. That's an old man talking now. Tyne popped to the catcher, aboard on an error, and hit by a pitch. 0 for 2. He's got a stolen base tonight as well. Out of the stretch with runners at the corners. The pitch, swung on and driven in the air to center field. Right there, leaping and making the catch is Thomas Devlin. And the Bee Digger threat ends right there. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. 5 1/2 innings are in the books. The score, Brush 9, Strasburg 4 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We begin the bottom of the 6th inning. The Bee Diggers lead 9-4 in the pitch. Fastball is low. Let's see, that does not look like Christian Bauer. Keaton Gillick, the pitcher, the offering. Below the knees, it's 2-0. We're going to say it is, yeah. I just can't see the number on the back. 2 balls and no strikes, 8, 9, and 1. The offering. Fastball strike inside corner. That a 1-8? Oh, 2 balls and 1 strike. I think that's a pinch hitter. The offering. Fastball down the middle for a strike at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, that's definitely a pinch hitter. And that is a called strike 3. A strikeout. That is R.J. Weaver. R.J. Weaver ahead in the count 2-0. And then saw 3 fastballs go right by him, and there's 1 down. What a job there by Keaton Gillick. One down for this hitter. Swung on and popped up. In the infield, the shortstop Ludgate makes the catch. And Zach Rushman is out number 2, another pinch hitter. How about that? I love that. 2 outs on 6 pitches. Here is Thomas Devlin. He singled, struck out, and lined out. Let's go, Keaton. Quick work here, buddy. Quick work. Wind and pitch. Swung on and driven down the right field line. That's going to be trouble. Along the line, a dive and a base hit. Navato's going to chase that down in foul territory. Rounding second. Headed for third. And that's going to be a 2-out triple for Thomas Devlin. And I don't know, the Beat Diggers made a change in the outfield, too. That looks like a different player. Either way, that was hitting the perfect spot. Perfect spot. Yeah, that might be a different defender out there. But it's a straight-up triple. That thing was placed perfectly. No outfielder would have made that catch. David Young has popped out and walked twice. That was a good pitch, too. Good pitch thrown by Gillick. That's just a hitter coming through. The stretch. And the offering. Swung on. Line towards the Digger dugout. Watch out on the third base side. Oh, man, that could have taken somebody's head off. No balls and 1 strike. Well, everybody's okay. Thank goodness. Man, that scared me from here. Holy mahungus. A line shot. And the Bee Diggers occupying the third base dugout. Again, it's a sunken dugout. And it is screened for the most part. 0-1 to David Young. Gillick awaits. Now delivers. Fastball is outside, and the count levels at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. To the plate. Down and in. 2-1 to David Young. This is the best hitter on the team. He's been on base twice, but has not had a base hit yet. 0-1 with 2 walks, as I mentioned. Brush 9, Strasburg 4 outs away from securing the victory. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. 2-2. Let's get in that dugout before 8 o'clock. It's 7:55 right now. These are short-term goals. 2-2. Off of third is Devlin. Don't have to worry about him if you get this hitter. The pitch. That is just outside. Just missed the corner with the off-speed. Oh, that was close. Flamini's an excellent hitter on deck. I want to get this guy. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Gillick ready. The pitch. Swung on and grounded to second. Backing up is Odell. Fields fires low to first and dug out by Lancaster. That was not a good throw. That was not a good throw, and Lancaster made an excellent play, digging out that throw from Odell, who kind of rushed it to first. Nonetheless, the Bee Diggers get out of that. In the inning, no runs on 1 hit. It was a triple. No errors of men left at third. We head to the 7th. The Bee Diggers are 3 outs away, but they'll be at the plate right now, leading Strasburg 9-4 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Percy Odell begins the 7th inning for the Bee Diggers, leading Strasburg and Byers 9-4. He has popped out, singled, and hit by a pitch facing the right-hander Jared Flamini. 9 runs on 9 hits, 1 error, 4 left on base for the Bee Diggers. 4 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors, 7 left on base for Strasburg. As the lights have taken over, still some light, but it will descend into darkness rather soon. The pitch. Oh, that hit him. Oh, man, that's the second time he's been hit by a pitch, and that one got him good on the left side. Whoa. Man, Odell has really taken a couple there. Hunter Proctor has walked, struck out in a beautiful bunt on a ball that was thrown away, scoring 2 runs. Well, that's one thing that Strasburg pitchers have only issued 3 walks, but they've also hit 3 batters. Proctor is 1 for 2 in the game. The stretch and the offering. Fastball is inside. 1 ball and no strikes. The Bee Diggers have scored in 4 of the first 5 innings. Were held off the board in the 6th. Runner goes, swing and a miss. No, it's a bluff. Just a bluff there by Odell. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bee Diggers have stolen 7 bases. 1-1 here to Proctor. Open stance for the right side for the junior center fielder. Squaring a bunt, and he fouls it back. Good pitch to bunt there. Was successful in his previous plate appearance, but that one got a piece of it the wrong way. 1-2 now to Hunter Proctor. The Bee Diggers would even their league record at 6-6 with a victory, and 10-12 overall against Strasburg, higher in the selection index and the RPI with a 5-7 league record, but 11-9 overall. So they've had the better overall record. Throw back to first, back and diving is Odell. Straight up at 8 o'clock. This is 1010 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Sterling, KSIR.com. We're also on the TuneIn app. Monday Night Baseball from Byers. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw to second is high. It's a stolen base. And a strikeout of Hunter Proctor, 1 out. A stolen base for the Bee Diggers. This one by Percy Odell. And that right fielder who dove was Caleb Jimenez. He's now the hitter. And he laid out to try to make that catch that resulted in a Thomas Devlin triple in the bottom of the 6th inning. Fouled back. Jimenez had a base hit his first time up. Good strong hitter. Bee Diggers had a lot of youth on this team. They do lose some valuable seniors, but you can say that every year, including a potential All-State player in Ty Griffith. The pitch, fastball down and away, and now caught between second and third. Throw back to second, now headed for third, and sliding in is Odell. Oh, man. That throw should have gone to third. Odell took off for third because Cannon threw it towards second. Well, they're not going to play the infield in. They're down by 5. 1 ball, 1 strike. I thought they would play the infield in. Down 9-4 with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Jimenez waving that bat from the right side. The pitch swung on and driven in the air into deep left center field. To his right is Devlin. He'll make the running catch. Odell tags up at third. He'll score. It's a sac fly from Caleb Jimenez. Let's see if that horn is going to honk. And there it is as the Bee Diggers lead 10-4. Yeah, I love that honking of the horn. I'm serious. It adds to the atmosphere here. You get the cheering and the honking, everything going in the Bee Diggers' direction. Here's Eicher, 0 for 2. The pitch, and the bender's down and away. Grounded out, walked, and hit into a fielder's choice. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch, fastball is high, 2-0. Now the pitcher of record for Brush will be Keaton Gillick, because this will go 7. Lancaster only won 3 innings, and Jimenez did not pitch effectively enough, and now is in right field, but has hit the ball very well. Swing and a miss on a ball down in the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike to Wiley Eicher. 2 down to the bases empty in the 7th. The right-hander Flamini out of the stretch. And the offering. Swung on and fisted in the air into shallow right field, and that's going to drop for a base hit off the glove of Hall. Eicher around first, headed for second. He's going to slide in there. It'll be a single and an error, but Eicher picks up a base hit for the Bee Diggers, and he's in scoring position. And here is Keaton Gillick, who grounded to first in his previous and only at bat. With 2 down and a man at second for Brush. The pitch. Fastball is down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. To Brush freshman Keaton Gillick. Wearing that number 12. That was a Montos Garcia number, and those were great players. Fastball is a strike just below letter level. It's 1-1. That's a good sign when you're wearing a winning number like that in Brush baseball history. 1 ball, 1 strike. Righty against righty. The pitch. And taken down and in. Now a delayed steal. Eicher to third. And the throw gets by the third baseman, but barely by him. It'll be a steal for Eicher. Yeah, he caught Cannon off guard. Eicher's got, I believe, 3 steals in this game. Bee Diggers running all over the place. 2 balls and 1 strike. Wind and pitch. Swung on and chopped towards short. It's going to be a tough play. Charging and then leaping over the third baseman. It's a base hit. Alamillo came over. Bradley fielded it, and he got in his way. He had to leap over him and never made a throw. An infield hit for Gillick, an RBI, and Brush leads 11-4 as Eicher scores. You don't see that every day. That was a miscommunication. And here is Ty Griffith, who has tripled, singled aboard on an error and singled again. Gillick will have a courtesy runner. Well, whoever's wearing number 4 for Brush. I got to check out the roster here. Whoever's wearing that, let's see. Could be, yeah, I can't get that. I didn't get the whole picture. Well, I apologize for that, but they have a courtesy runner, somebody who's not been on the roster most of the season. Thank you. Thatcher Queen. Yeah, I see a THA, and then my file cuts off here. Okay, thank you. The board shows 3-1 to Griffith. They throw 4 pitches already. So Thatcher Queen is at first. Have I been asleep for this long? 3-1? I only saw 1 pitch thrown. I guess looking for the courtesy runner of the stretch. You know, it shows 3-1 on the board to Griffith a pitch. And that is outside. See, that's not the count. They don't know the count. Well, I think it's 2-0. But, yeah, that's what it is. 2 balls, no strikes to Ty Griffith. On base all 4 times in this game. Thatcher Queen off of first. The pitch is a fastball up and in. 3-0. Brush with an 11-4 lead in the top of the 7th inning. Turning into a later night in Byers. Griffith awaits the pitch. Swung on, popped up. This could end the inning. The shortstop Bradley is out. He spots it, and he makes the grab as he goes to the ground. And that ends the top of the 7th inning as Griffith is retired for the first time in the game. Not before the Bee Diggers scored 2 runs on 2 hits. There was another miscue and 1 left. 3 outs to go for Brush as they lead Strasburg in Byers 11-4 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Ty Griffith is the 4th pitcher for the Bee Diggers. He'll face Jared Flamini. 3 outs to go for the Bee Diggers, leading Strasburg and Byers 11-4. Flamini's 0 for 3. A Bee Digger victory would even their league record at 6-6. And the pitch, swing and a miss through the fastball right by him. It's 0-1. Griffith is not going to mess around with a 7-run lead. He's going to go right after these hitters. The wine and the offering. And that one skips to the screen. It's 1-1. Flamini, Bradley, and Spriggs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the wind by the right-hander and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Off the glove of Nate Tyne, who's the new catcher. Keaton Gillick is at third. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the kick and the pitch. Outside and high, 2-2. Flamini's at 0 for 3. The offering swung on and grounded right side. Odell, the second baseman, has it, sets, throws perfectly to first for the out. Took his time there, made a nice throw, 1 down. Espen Bradley has walked, singled, and walked. He's not been retired today. Been on base all 3 times. And the right-hander to the plate. Fastball is up and in. Ooh, man. That nearly gave him a shave. 1 ball and no strikes. Griffith to the plate. That's a fastball low, 2-0. Two balls and no strikes to Espen Bradley. The pitch swung on and lined up the middle. Second baseman on the second hop. Odell long throw to first. He airmails the first baseman. It'll be an infield hit. I don't think they have him anyway. So we'll call it a base hit. I think a perfect throw, and he's safe anyway. That ball was hit too slowly. And reaching is Bradley for the 4th time in the game. Here is Spriggs. Spriggs has struck out and walked twice. He is 0 for 1. Well, we said 8:15. It's 8:11. You got 4 minutes to get 2 outs. Swung on and popped foul down the right side. Long run for Jimenez, and he nearly got there, but it dropped for strike 1. Nice hustle by the right fielder, Caleb Jimenez. No balls and 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Bee Diggers lead 11-4. They have led from the outset. They were up 1-0 on a base hit by Lancaster, scoring Griffith, who tripled to begin the game. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch, and the breaking ball is outside. And the count is even at 1-1. Laying down the sign is Tyne. Throw back to first. Back in diving is Bradley. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. And the pitch swung on and tapped foul to the backstop. It's 1-2. Eric Alamillo is on deck. Rhymes with amarillo, which is Spanish for yellow. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. And did he wave at it? He did on the breaking ball in the dirt, and Spriggs strikes out for the 2nd time of the game. Ty Griffith records a strikeout. There's 2 down. Bee Digger pitchers in this game have registered 7 strikeouts. Alamillo, 0 for 2. Popped out, walked, and popped out again. Griffith delivers. Fouled over the backstop. It's 0-1. Short post game is coming up. Brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. Get your full plan of seed, food, and water at Advanced Agri Solutions, our sponsor all season long for Morgan County post games. 1 more out for the Bee Diggers. The pitch down and away off the glove of Tyne. The count levels at 1-1. A big road win for Brush. Just have to make it official. Bradley off of first, and the pitch. Breaking ball is a beauty. That was a nasty bender, and it's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the 3rd baseman, Eric Alamillo. Stretch by Griffith. The pitch, Fastball is inside. Backed him off the plate at 2-2. Alamillo digs back in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swung on and line up the middle. Shortstop Ludgate on 1 hop. Underhands to second for the force, and the game is over. And the Bee Diggers defeat the Strasburg Indians by a score of 6-4. Post-game show brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. 11 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, 5 left on base for Brush. 4 runs, 5 hits, 4 errors, and 8 left on base for Strasburg. The winning pitcher in relief was Keaton Gillick. The loss went to Espen Bradley. Time of the game, 2 hours and 12 minutes. The Bee Diggers had an RBI single in the first inning to give them a 1-0 lead. That came from Joshua Lancaster. Made it 2-0 in the third as Tanner Ludgate came through with a run-scoring single, and then 4 runs in the fourth inning as they got a Percy Odell RBI single, sac fly from Edgar Ortiz. Wiley Eicher scored on a wild pitch, and the Bee Diggers really just kept it going offensively. They just kept going and going and going. In fact, Ty Griffith had 3 hits in the game. Joshua Lancaster with 2. The Bee Diggers 6-6 in league play, 10-12 overall. Strasburg 5-8 in league play, 11-10 on the season. Bee Diggers back in action coming up tomorrow, 3:30, right here on 1010 KSIR when they take on the Platte Valley Broncos in Kersey. The final score once again. In Byers, the Bee Diggers defeat the Strasburg Indians 11-4. I'm John Beltran. You've been listening to Brush Bee Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.